It is rare that we as Canadians know where our special forces are operating, but we do know they are operating to protect diplomats in Mali, here in Bamako, the capital of the country, which is now essentially at war. We know that for the past 3 weeks, French forces have moved through this country, moving now into the north, capturing the last stronghold of Kidal that had been held for the past 10, 11 months by Islamist forces. Now, they've retreated back into the desert, back into some of the desert areas, but there's concern that they could mount an insurgency, could hit at targets here, places like this, the Canadian Embassy, and that's why Canadian Special Forces are believed to be operating behind the walls here to protect diplomats and the diplomatic operation as well. We also know that Canadian Special Operators, Special Forces, have themselves been training West African troops in some neighboring nations. Those troops, the West African troops, will likely come into Mali in the near future to hold the ground that the French and others have been able to take largely through aerial bombardment. But of course, we are all cognizant of the possibility of some kind of insurgency, of a terrorism-like incident. So that is the concern in this area in Bamako, which has been largely untouched by the conflict to this point. In terms of where the war stands, the French have, through that aerial bombardment, been able to take an enormous amount of ground, and that's why we are essentially where we're at. But here in Bamako, Canadian Special Forces operating here at the embassy. David Common, CBC News in Mali's capital, Bamako.